Good afternoon. I've got this on a 10-minute chart just to kind of speed things up and show you a little bit of our red on red trading. And as slow as it is this summer, I mean, this really is where you have to take yourself. You really have to slow things down, and you just have to disappear for several hours. The market was a slow grind down. We came in this morning wanting to sell failure to take out the 72 and a half area. We didn't even get close to it. The high on the day session was 67 right here, and on this bar right there you would have been short at 67 and a quarter against that bar's high on a red on red trade. And this really slows things down, and you're playing really for 7 to 10 points. So you're short at 67. The first stop was at 58.50, 59. So there was your 7 points. If you'd hung with it, eventually we make it down to 56 for your 10 points. So it's a 7 to 10 point trade, and it allows you to ride the markets out, especially when things are as slow as they are right now. So don't forget our red on red, blue on blue trading. If you had, once we broke the 60 area, which was our number 2 buy zone, 59 to 61 right here, the next trade that kicked in would have been right here, which would have had you long at 56.50. Your stop would have been 7 ticks beneath that bar's low, so you would have made it. You're long at 57.50. The market did trade back to the mean green line, not 7 points, but it was a reasonable trade. And here we're going out at 58 even. Looking at the F1 screen, we actually do have some news tomorrow. The F1 screen is an outside day that says trading range. Looking at the F2 screen, it will not be. It'll show that you're looking for a place to sell, and it's a pretty heavy profile. But tomorrow we've got Case-Shiller that nobody will pay any attention to at plus 0.4. PMI services didn't have an estimate previously at 51.3. This number could come in higher than forecast. PMI numbers have been coming in higher than forecast this summer. New home sales, which will be the big number tomorrow, 562. I don't have any idea. Sometimes these numbers come in higher, sometimes lower. Consumer sentiment at 96 could come in lower. If it is a surrogate for the stock market, it will come in higher. And then Richmond Fed, don't know. Last month it was -7. My guess is it could come in lower than that tomorrow. But the focus will be new home sales. If the market would close here at 58, we're selling 59s to 61s, sell 1. 64s to 69s, sell 2. Longer term, we're still dealing with a very pronounced P. Longer term, this market is still a buy. Buy 1 would be 54 to 56. And then buy 2 will be 49 to 51. Be interesting to see what goes on at the Democrat convention. The conventional thinking about what would go on at the Republican convention turned out to be completely wrong. All the plays they had through it were completely wrong. So my guess is that's probably what's going to happen here at the Democrat convention. That what the conventional thinking and assessments of what's going to happen and go on will probably be wrong too. The WikiLeaks email leaks are devastating. They are showing that there was collusion between the DNC, all the media, all the press. Some of the press were passing stories to the DNC before they turned them even into their editors. There were jobs for sale for contributors. The fix was definitely in to go against Bernie. Pretty much, I don't want to even say accepted. I mean, it's pretty much common knowledge that goes on, but this is proof positive in print. And we'll see how that develops through the week. WikiLeaks has promised more to come, and I imagine there will be more to come. Probably not flattering. Lower high, lower low with the F1 screen on the note. Market is pointing lower. We had a 2-year that was pretty weak. Last time the 2 and the 3 year. It's interesting. The short end of the market's not going well. So the auctions are being played differently. This is a P put in the right way, but we're drifting lower. If we do an I split, we can see that we have a B right there, and that was the auction. So coming into London tonight, we'd be selling 3 to 7, and then 11 to 15 for sell 2. If the E-mini spills or breaks hard this afternoon, we want no part of the short side of the market. Because we are pointed lower, buying 28 to the buck would be buy 1, then 21 to 25 for buy 2. I remember when the Clintons went to their war room full time to handle all the scandals that they had back then. How politics used to, there would be a pause or a lull in between them before you pay. It has been non-stop since the 90s. I mean, it never stops. The racket, the noise, the lies, the fabrications, everything that's put out. It just, it wears on you. Just be quiet, go away, leave me alone. Heard this time and time again. Okay, the 30-year. Right here, resistance is 20 to 24. 27.31, sell 1. 3 to 7, sell 2. I don't think we can break it out tomorrow. I don't want any part of the short side if the E-mini is selling pretty hard. We'll make support 8 to 12. So 1 to 5, buy 1. And then 25 to 29, buy 2. Still, like during auction, finding a place to buy it. They can't move the paper if the market's going down in a big time way. So, and we have the FOMC meeting starts tomorrow. That tends to freeze the activity. So if you think today was slow, tomorrow could be even slower, especially in equities. Not so much maybe in treasuries because of the auction. We didn't do great volumes today in treasuries. It is summer. It is FOMC week. Gold. Lower high, lower low. Find a place to sell it. Again, it's in a sell-off like the other markets. Pretty slow. Nothing happens very quickly. Put all this together. Do a K split. We started down, so maybe a saddle formation. Maybe what we had today. Last rotate down stopped at 13.14. So maybe a 12 to 14 buy. 5 to 7 buy 2. Market is still trying to trade lower right here, so we can't be afraid of the short side. 20 to 22, sell 1. 25, 27, sell 2. I think what's really interesting, Reg, is that you can no longer hide just the outright support that the media gives to the left. It's just there, and it's in your face, and they can't lie about it. And I guess they shrug their shoulders and go, "What? So what?" Or so. I guess that's about all left that you can do. But we're in a mess. Okay, crude, lower high, lower low. Find a place to sell it. 42.80 is the next break in the market. I think eventually we're going to retest the 40 area. Then my guess is it's probably about over because we're at the cost of production. Definitely a B. Definitely looking for a place to sell it. Right now, so 43.25, 43.50, sell 1. 43.75, 44, sell 2. Going to back it away a little bit. We'll make 42.50, 42.75 by 1. And 42, 42 and a quarter by 2. Reg, is there potential for a big crude or natural gas discovery off of Cuba? We read about it being drilled regularly or something starting up, but we never hear about what they found. Could be tight hole information where they don't want to let anything out until they get the money or wherewithal to develop it, but my guess is probably not, because if they did have it there, they would have been touting their finds earlier. Okay, just a little bit lower than Friday's lows, so market is still pointed lower. We're still dealing with B's, still looking for a place to sell it on the F1 screen. And inside the congestion area, it was leaning P anyway early, and we did go up. So I mean, I can't get too excited about this. So we're going to sell 25, sell 1, sell 2 at 50. On the buy side, 90 to 110 even worked out pretty well for us today. So buy 1. And then 975 for buy 2. And that's it for this July the 25th, 2016. We didn't get any moisture to speak of out of at least storms that were all around us once again. But we do have moisture in the forecast. One thing for sure, the humidity will be higher. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening.